Welcome, welcome, everyone. So wonderful to have you here today with readings and healings with Deeple. It is Wednesday, and so wonderful to see you all. Go ahead and put in the chat where you're from, where you're tuning in from. I'd love to say hello to each and every one of you. If you want to put it in the chat, we're also live on YouTube, so I will check there as well and make sure that we are streaming, okay, and that people can catch us here on YouTube as well. All right, so do say hello as we are coming together. And, right now, what I want to talk to you about is how I could support you. Maybe it's more energy, maybe it's more time, financial support, or just a sense of peace in your body. These are things that we want to manifest. And whatever it is that you want to manifest, go ahead and put it in the chat. Because if you've ever felt like you're doing everything that you're supposed to do to make your life better and things still aren't shifting, it's not because you're broken. There's something deeper at play. And we're going to explore that today. So let's talk a little bit about the truth about manifestation. Most people think manifestation is just about asking the universe for what you want and then just waiting. But if you've ever done the affirmations, vision boards, and said all the right things, and your health is still stuck, or your money is still not flowing, then you know that something deeper is going on. And that something deeper lives not just in your thoughts or your emotions or your feelings or limiting beliefs, but it's in your body, your energy. It's in your nervous system, especially if you've been carrying the weight of responsibility, trauma, stress for decades, for lifetimes. I remember I was working with one of my clients and she felt completely depleted. She's 67, helping taking care of her grandkids and then her mom as well. And she's living on a fixed income and dealing with high blood pressure, joint pain, chronic exhaustion. And she told me, Deeple, I feel like I'm disappearing in my own life. And maybe you feel that way too. And as we started to work together, she realized that she had spent her whole life putting other people first. She was always the caregiver, the rock, the one who held the family together. But no one ever taught her how to receive. Underneath her exhaustion was really something that I see so often. There's this quiet belief that she wasn't allowed to take up space, that her needs were secondary, and that receiving money, help, guidance, even love made her feel guilty. She's the nurturer archetype, which means her superpower is compassion. But when it goes unchecked, it becomes overgiving and self-neglect. So we began shifting this pattern energetically and emotionally, and we worked with the lineage of women in her family who never stopped, never rested, never received. And that's when the magic unfolded. She started sleeping better, her blood pressure came down, her son, who'd never offered before, began helping her financially. Why? Because her energy changed. She became more receptive, not just responsible. And that allowed the universe and her family to support her. And I had another client who was in her 70s. And when she first came to me, she said, I've done all the spiritual work. I've read the books, I've meditated, I've done everything I can to be positive, but nothing changes. How many of you feel like that? That you're doing everything to be positive? I mean, does that sound familiar? Like I hear it all the time. Put it in the chat if that feels like you. Hello, Marianne. Hello, Chantel. If that feels like you, just put it in the chat. And I know some of you are responding on YouTube. I'm just trying to change and shift from one page to another here. So let me tell you a little bit about Elaine. Okay, she did all the work, but her legs were aching. She was anxious about money, and she felt really disconnected from something we all want, which is joy. Her archetype was more of the mindful sage. So she naturally lived in the upper realms of wisdom and thought. But what was blocking her wasn't her mind, it was that she had stored in her body this mode of survival that was living there, that she was carrying for years, where she kept it all together. Even though she had beautiful insights, she didn't feel safe in her body to actually receive or relax. Now, maybe you're feeling that way. What we did with her was that we grounded her. We worked with her nervous system. We cleared the fear. And her biggest fear was, if I let go, everything will fall apart. She held on to that limiting belief. And 2 months later, her body felt lighter. She was moving again without all the heavy aches and pains in her legs. Now, that is manifestation, where you can bring joy back into your life and not feel guilty for what you bring into your life. So I want to take a moment. I want to introduce Jeff here. You know, Jeff is one of our medical intuitives, and he's here today to help you manifest and clear some of your blocks. Whatever blocks you're having, we want to read where you're blocked. Okay, so just put yes in the comments if you would like a reading. But Jeff, before we start readings, would you like to do a community healing for manifestation?
Sure. Right. So welcome, everyone. Glad you're here. And everybody can take a deep breath in and release. And I am just going to do a general healing of clear, cancel, and delete some fear around being successful and having money and wealth. Because a lot of people want it, but have a fear of obtaining it once they get it. And so we're going to release that fear. Just going to open up your pathways to manifesting. Okay. And so it is. Thank you.
Beautiful. All right. So as you're open to receive and open to life supporting you in new, beautiful ways, just remember that you're not a mess. Your life is not a mess. Just get that out of the way, right? We just clear, cancel, delete that. We don't need to hold on to that. And now let's go ahead and talk to, um, let's see, Sherry. Hey, Sherry. Um, I know you'd like a reading on where you're blocked. So let's tap in to what's coming up for you, okay? And Sherry, if you'd like to talk to us, that would be great. I see you've unmuted yourself.
Hello.
Hi.
Yes, I would love a reading on where I am blocked because clearly I am.
Okay. Is there any specific area of your life that you're wishing to open up?
All of them, but how about we do financial?
Okay. How long has it been going on?
Probably 20 or 30 years.
Okay, so I'm getting a multitude of things, and Jeff, go ahead and chime in if you'd want. Um, I'm getting a lot of energetic blocks of lack of support, and it's coming from your it's all embedded right in your abdominal area. Okay. And it's like you keep looking, I keep seeing this person looking for the right thing and like in all different directions, but not knowing exactly which direction to follow. It's like tapping into so many different areas, but not having clarity on that. A lot of undervaluing of self is happening and feeling guilty for asking for help, or even what's coming in really strong is scarcity. The lack of is coming in very strong. Like I can't have what I want in my life. Like that just keeps playing out. Do you resonate with that?
Absolutely, 100%. All of it.
Yeah. What you can do is really shift that around by holding you know what? I kind of like this mudra for you. If you like to do mudras, this is the prosperity mudra, manifestation mudra. And we know this as we do this when we're sitting in meditation. So you can use this at any time, 15 to 20 minutes, okay? All right. So try that. And I want you to change the verbiage. Okay. We have to dive in and change your story too. But for now, this is what we can give you. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
And I'll just add, Sherry, that I'm also getting some unworthiness in your first chakra and in your aura of the first layer. So let's clear, cancel, and delete that unworthiness so that we can bring in the fact that you are worthy to manifest on all levels, not just the financial level. And since it's in your first chakra, you might want to try doing some grounding activities to keep yourself grounded a little bit more.
Okay. So awesome. Thank you. So we have quite a few people on YouTube as well. And I want to make sure to get to quite a few people here today on our Zoom as well as YouTube. So I'm going to go ahead and pick somebody from YouTube. Osmos ELF says yes, that they would like a reading. I don't know. Let me see if I could go down a little bit more. Okay, and then Lisa Fry. So let's tune into Osmos and let's see what's coming up. And Jeff, in just a little bit, I might have to go plug in my computer. So I might turn off my my screen for a moment. But Osmos, what I'm getting is that there's ancestral fear patterns of receiving, especially the maternal lineage, and it's installing like these new neural and energetic imprints of insufficiency and throwing off the flow of abundance into your life, whether it's abundance of health, relationships, success, finances. It's impacting each and every area. So I can feel it in your heart because there's a lot of grief around this. And the ancestral fear is you're holding it in your heart. So one of the things you could do is this mudra. You know, I'm going to tell everyone here today to practice this mudra. It is, you could just put it on your lap. And if you're sitting there, you know, just resting or meditating or whatever you're doing, watching TV, you could just put your fingers like this and 15-20 minutes will go by easily. But when you do it mindfully, things start to shift faster for you. So be sure to try to maybe do it mindfully here and there, okay? Jeff, Osmos?
Yeah, so I'm also getting the heart, and that you need to bring in a little bit more compassion and self-love for yourself, that's blocking your manifestation as well. One of the things that you could do is maybe get some rose quartz and keep it nearby you, whether you wear it on your body or whether you just keep it near you. But that will help you with the compassion and self-love that will help open your heart, that will then bring in your manifestation.
I love it. Lisa Fry, I said I'd go to her next. So she'd like a reading, and I was already tuning into her energy. Lisa, what I'm getting for you is that like there's this burden on you. And it's almost like you carry your mom and dad's burden very silently. Like it's just weighing you down. And there's also some hormonal imbalance that I'm sensing, some fatigue. The body doesn't feel safe. It's shut down from receptivity. And what you can do is work on grounding and work on your nervous system. We have a lot of things in the shop page if you'd like to work on your nervous system at anandaforlife.com. Jeff also does a lot of nervous system repair as well, and he can help you with this. There are sessions that you could do with any of our healers. And so what you need is some deep rest right now, because what's happening is things are trying to shut down energetically and it's hard for you to receive. And let me know if that resonates with you. Okay, Lisa? Go
Lisa,
ahead.
I'm also getting that there's some karmic vows and contracts and oaths that were made before you joined this lifetime. And they're from previous lives. And so a good karma clearing would be a good recommendation for you to help open up your manifestation.
Oh, I love that, Jeff. All right. So the next person that we have is Carol Lund Hopkins. Hey, Carol. She said the universe got me here today. She's in Seattle. So maybe we could do something for Carol. Let's tune in. Yeah. Carol says, check out my shift. I'd love a reading. If I resonate my healers, I receive. And Lisa Fry says, that totally resonates. Yes, that resonates also, Jeff. Okay, awesome. All right. So for Carol, what'd you get for Carol? I'm going to tune in.
So I'm getting that there's some limiting beliefs that need to be cleared out around what success and money means, and how that plays out in your life. I think basically where you've seen other people get things, and so therefore something bad happened, and so you think that's going to happen to you. So we need to, clear out those limiting beliefs.
Carol, as I tune in, what I'm getting is it's like almost as if your entire right side feels a little numb to receiving. It's as if the the masculine is not it's not aligning with the feminine energies, and that's making you feel like I'm not good enough. Who am I to ask for more? And then the other thing that I'm getting also is this constant program in the subconscious that's keeps saying, I'm too old, I'm too late. And it's almost coming from something that you experienced 6, 7 years old, that something really ended up breaking you, like energetically, emotionally. So I want you to see if that resonates with you. Because that's what I'm getting, and we could always tune into this more. Jeff could help you with that, okay, Carol? But that's something that I keep getting. And I'm also getting something about grandfather. I don't know if he has passed over, if he's trying to say something, give you a message, but that's also coming through very strong. Okay. So I'm gonna see if that resonates with you. All right, let's see. Okay, let's go to Mariana. How could we help you today? Is it Mariana and Andre? Is that it?
Marina.
Marina. Sorry. How are you, my dear?
Uh, I'm not very well. In 3 weeks will be 2-year anniversary since we lost our only son. And since his passing, I lost all sense of living because he was my purpose in life. He was all our plans for retirement, for everything. So I don't see any, how do I say? Before I have goals, I have one goal and I was very persistent in achieving these goals. And yes, I like some of the women you talk about before, I was caregiver for the whole family, a caretaker. I was solving everybody's problem, including my son's problem. But since his passing, I practically lost myself. I don't know what is the purpose of my life. What should I do? Because plans were retire, go to live with him, let him have family, take care of his grandkids. Now it's all gone. He didn't have family, he didn't have grandkids. He was the only son. We have no relatives, just me and my husband.
Yeah. So there's a lot of limiting beliefs that there's no point living, there's no point trying, that's coming up in your subconscious. I don't deserve happiness without him. Um, all the good parts of me have just been left behind. All my happiness is left behind. I'm not allowed to have joy anymore. Um, and so there's a lot of beliefs that need to be healed and clear. It's almost like it's frozen grief inside your heart, right? And the pain is deep. Your body is like on pause emotionally, like it's numb, it's in survival mode.
Numb.
Does that resonate with you?
Yes, it's numb. It's numb.
It's
Numb.
not.
Numb.
Numb. I don't feel anything but pain.
Exactly. Exactly. So it is numb, yes. So it's almost as if I'm assuming, and I'm gonna ask you without assuming, is that how was the grieving process for you? Do you feel like you fully grieved and not let go, but let yourself be and let yourself go and be vulnerable?
I think I am vulnerable, and I completely. I used to be very social. We used to be very social. We go to different companies. We went to home concerts, and the whole year after his passing, I was completely isolated. I didn't. Most of our friends, people who we consider our friends, they lost contact with us because I understand they don't know what to talk about, and they
Right.
have kids, they have grandkids, and there is nothing to talk about with us, and they don't know what to say. So this I understand. but I am in many support group for grieving parents.
Good.
But
Good. It's going to be really important.
I'm working very hard on restoring my health, because exactly 1 year after his passing, I got cancer. So
Mm,
I'm working on restoring my health. But other than that, I need all my life I have purpose.
yeah.
Now I don't have one.
So one of the things that's coming through from your body is like trying to spark a light within you. And, I want you to know that it's not lost. It's been buried under the grief, under the guilt, under exhaustion. And you will have all the things that you want. It's that you're still in that process of grief. And that may take years. I don't know how many. And it's time, like you need to be patient with yourself and that purpose, ask for that purpose.
I,
Ask for that, ask for clarity on that. That's going to be really important for you. Okay. And I don't know if you do any kind of chants or any kind of prayers, but that's also going to be very important for you to kind of tune into.
Thank you.
Okay.
I learned how to do meditation. I'm still learning. I'm trying to find the right one for me, because I tried so many of them. Some of them click for a while and then they stop working. I didn't try chanting, but after the latest conference for grieving parents that we attended, I was thinking about starting chanting. Yes,
Okay.
I did. But you're absolutely right. Everything is very deep.
Yeah.
I used to be a very fun person, not anymore.
You still are. You still are. It's ready to come out. It's just that once you do some healing, and I highly recommend you do some healing, whether it's with me, Jeff, any one of our healers, we're here for you. And that's what today's about, is helping you recognize your blocks so that you can take the next steps. So make sure you take care of yourself. That's really important, okay? Yeah. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
And then Marina, that I'm getting the same thing that Deepak got, but the one thing that I'm getting repeatedly is that there's some blame to the source for taking your son away, and that you need to clear out this blame and have a reconnection to source. That connection to source is always there, but you've kind of let it go on your side, and you need to come back and reclaim that and really connect back to source.
I wonder, it is very difficult. You're absolutely right. I do blame, because I have the only child. No matter how hard we try all our life, we only had one child. Many people don't even try. They have many kids. Many of them they don't want, but they still have them. We wanted very much, several kids, and he was just one. And now we lost him. So I keep asking why? And I didn't get the answers. That's why it's very difficult for me to restore this connection.
Yeah. And we can talk more about how you can. We just don't have time right now because these are mini healings, but I want you to know that there is hope. Okay. Don't lose hope. Okay. You're very strong, resilient. We love you and you have a purpose. Okay, honey? Yeah. All right. So what we want to do is it's already 3:30 almost. I do want to share some information that is coming up. I am doing a summer energetic overload reset because I know how hard the summer's been, whether it is, some of you are traveling, some of you have had excessive people, social connections, whatever it may be. Maybe you've been in isolation, whatever it is that this summer has brought to you, even Mother Earth's energy of her heat and all that's happening right now, or with the weather, it's not you know, it's got a message. And so I'm doing an energetic health reboot for the summer and recharge your energy so that you don't carry it forward into the next season. Okay. And it is going to help you with your health and what you want to manifest in your health, especially because, as you know, I am a medical intuitive. And so I love working with your body, and your body speaks to me. And I want to make sure that we give you a nice little recharge, reboot, rewiring. So before we move into the next season, okay? So I'm going to share the link with you here. I already shared with those on YouTube. And here's the link. It is anandaforlife.com/product. And then it says recharge summer overload. Okay, so we are going to recharge from the summer, and I hope you'll be joining me. It is $39 as an energy exchange, and I would love to see all of you there because the summer has been quite brutal for many, many people in different ways. So please do, if that calls out to you and you feel like, oh yeah, that sounds like something I'd like to do, it's $39, and I hope you'll join me. We'll be in a private room just like this, but you'll get we'll do an entire healing and activation and meditation during that time. It will be 1 hour program workshop, and so I hope to see you all there. And that brings us to the end of our healings and readings with the Deeple. And I hope to see all of you next time, next Wednesday at 3 p.m. Eastern. Thank you, Jeff, for being here. And thank you, everyone else. Bye-bye, everybody.